Welcome to the Church of Thomas. Mob Locusts. I was horrified to see the hockey game Stanley Cup finale. Vancouver, British Columbia, turned into a war zone. And for many days, the police were blaming a small group of dissidents from someplace else. As it has turned out, it is a large group of local individuals that they are blaming alcohol and youth. I'm sorry, that's not an excuse. For 4 hours after the Canucks lost to Boston, individuals were rampaging, setting fire to things, stealing things out of businesses, overturning cars, attacking police officers. Individuals can be reasoned with. The idea that it was only a few, or they were youthful, they were in high spirits, or they were under the influence of alcohol, is a cop-out. All it takes to turn a cricket into a locust is crowding, commonality, lack of personal accountability, and a cause, tension, and a spark. Well, the tension, obviously, was the 7 games. The spark was they lost. The cause, who knows what the cause was. But they all seemed to find it very convenient to forget all of their teaching. Lack of personal accountability. All mobs have this. It's the idea that if one person kills somebody, it's murder. If 10 people kill somebody, it's manslaughter. If 100 people kill somebody, oh, it was just out of control. Nobody knew what was going on. The way that disasters are handled is a mark of whether it is a civilized society or not. When young people can forget about their training, if they had any, and do these criminal acts and be very remorseful later, but without any sense of judgment about why they shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. There were some heroes out there who tried to stop them and they were beaten up. I am very proud of the people who tried to stand up. I probably would have been beaten up too because I would have been trying to stop them too. They were doing wrong things. And it was all in the idea that it was, well, it's just what happens. You can't reason with a mob. Individuals separated out you can talk to and find out what it is that you can connect with them with. You can't do that with a mob. In Exodus, when Moses called the plagues, one of the plagues was locusts. And what it did is these crickets turned into ravening animals who destroyed every plant life that they could find, ripped everything apart. This was an act of God. What happened in Vancouver was not an act of God. For a locust to turn into a locust, they start out as grasshoppers, and it is the bumping into each other in a crowded situation that increases serotonin. When the serotonin spikes from the crowding, they start changing. They grow wings, they change color, they go from green to black, and they start grouping together as a horde, as a mob. And when one of them takes off because all the food is depleted in that area, they move on and they strip another area. And they keep flying until they lay their eggs and do it all over again in about 7 or 10 years. Mobs are like locusts. They're mindless. But the thing is that there are minds in every individual of the people who were in these mobs, and any one of them could have fought back. It could have said, listen guys, this is wrong. What if there were a few leaders there who dissented, who said, wait a minute, my people aren't going to do that, we're going to stop you? Would have helped. I'm glad for the people who did stand up. Here is a quote from the Reconciler Gospel of Thomas. It's verse 7. And Jesus said, blessed is the ravening wild animal which becomes a person when consumed by a person. This is the evolution of the soul. Cursed is the person who the ravening wild beast consumes, and the person becomes a ravening wild animal. This is being ruled by animal passions. If these young people want to quit being ravening wild animals, they have to start thinking like human beings. God bless the whole world, no exceptions. Angel of light.